Today, the 25th April 2021, I am Dr. Raghuram Narayana Chakravarti, speaking from Sri Sri Dijendra Kusum Vedanta Bithi Yogapith Mandir, India. How an Indian yogi works. I, Dr. Raghuram Narayana Chakravarti, discussed in my book Lights in Indian Yoga in the article Universe Concentrated and the Yoga. Let us start. The book Lights in Indian Yoga, article Universe Concentrated and the Yoga. The life phenomenon is an individual living being is nothing but an unitary model of the universal action play of the omnipotent infinite consciousness within or without the material embasement. Repeating the same, the life phenomena in an individual living being is nothing but an unitary model of the universal action play of the omnipotent infinite consciousness within or without the material embasement. Matter is nothing but the conglomerated or concentrated form or picture of the defined will, power, and action, and the living material being is nothing but the image of the divine will, power, action, and knowledge accessible by the five receptor organs, that is, Indias, of the individual human being, the Homo sapien. These organs are visual, number 1, 2, auditory, number 3, sensory, number 4, respiratory, with smelling, and last, the taste with production of vocal sound. The total universal content is basically divided by these receptor organs in two forms. Number 1, visible, and number 2, invisible. Number 1, visible world or universe is made up of 5 elementary components. Number 1, solid, known as Khiti. Number 2, liquid, known as Op. Number 3, gaseous, known as Marut. Number 4, the energetic, known as Teja. And number 5, vacuum, known as Bom. These 5 components are known as Pancha Mahabhuta. Next, non-visible or invisible world is made up of the following components. Number 1, 5 resultant effects of the 5 components of the visible world, that are Khiti, Op, Teja, Marut, Boma, on the 5 receptor organs, that is Indriya, known as Pancha Tattva, that is the 5 principal formulations which makes up the material world from its energetic form. Number 2 is 5 most prominent active gaseous components, that is Pancha Vayu, which act as catalyzers to form the material world from the invisible energetic state. They are known as the number 1, prana, number 2, apana, number 3, shamana, number 4, udana, number 5, bana. Besides these 5 prominent gaseous catalyzers, one of which is Dhananjay, is to take role in creating and special action in a living being. Besides these, there are various types of bios or gaseous catalyzers in human being for imprinting the action play of the undivided and divided consciousness in the material basement, that is Sahasra Chakra and Padma, that is the living being. Number 3, the controlling and binding life forces of this Pancha Mahabhuta, that is Khiti, Op, Teja, Murta, Boma, Pancha Indias, Pancha Vayus, to form a subtotal consciousness encased in the material body, the physical living being, from the one omnipotent infinite soul, that is Parama Brahma or Paramatma. This controlling binding life force is known as Kundalini Shakti by the Indian yogis. Number 4, finer energetic component, the mind, the locking key of the vital activities of an individual living being. The term mind is a gross one. When the image of the undivided, omnipotent, infinite consciousness is encased in an individual living being and feels as a separate one by the process of ego, then the creating, destructing, or maintaining causal vibratory force produced in the undivided universal base, that is the Shiva, or in the omnipotent infinite base, that is the Param Brahma, the gross receptor organ for receiving these finer vibrations is known as mind, and the gross vibrations received by it is known as instincts, processing and alternating force. Number 5, as soon as the instincts are arising in the mental plane of the living being, a finer part of mind known as intellect, that is bodhi, analyzes these vibrations in respect of the living environment in relation to the individual existence. This intellect classifies these vibrations, that is instincts, in 2 groups. Number 1, positive or developing group, and number 2, negative or destroying group or destructive group. These vibrations are known as thoughts, chinta. The positive thoughts are, number 1, truth, the universal and eternal. Number 2, detachment, vairagya, that is the power of uninfluenced analysis. Number 3, knowledge, the relative and eternal, that is nitya gyan. Number 4, love, individual and eternal, that is prema. Number 5, affection, priti, individual and as a whole. Number 2, negative thoughts are known as the ripus. They are, number 1, individual desire and reproductive instincts, that is kama. Number 2, anger, oppression and depression, that is known as krodha. Number 3, uncontrollable craving to achieve a limited thing, that is known as lobha. Number 4, imperative mood, or to be magnetized to a gross, unanalyzed instinct. Instinct and thoughts are different. Instinct is only a vibratory sense without any definite direction, and thought is a vibratory sense with a definite direction. This is known as Indian yogis as moho. Number 5, irritable or unbearable to the environment, that is matsurya. The second part or the finer part of mind, that is the intellect, can classify the thoughts in more two groups. Number one, emotion, and number two, imagination. Emotion is the gross effect of cosmic vibration received by Sahasrar Chakras and Sahasrar Padma, that is the controlling switchboard of the living body and the direct receptor of cosmic vibrations situated along the spinal cord and brain in a vertebrate living being and reflected on the vibratory plane of gross mind. Imagination is the direct picture of another world superimposed on the mental vibrations based on the habits, that is sanskar and adaptation capacity of the mind and psyche. Number 3, next we come to the third part of mind, that is the ego or ahankar. It is the self-consciousness emerging out of the effective result of body, vitality, life force, mind intellect, psychic existence and environmental habits, which is the superimposed modulated form of the unlimited consciousness, that is Parama Brahma, admixed with these creations in a limited body of an individual living being. Number 4, the fourth part of mind, that is the supermind, is known as the psychic consciousness, that is Chitta. It can access the time and space, that is the past, present and future, which are rolling on the bed of infinite space. It can also correlate its lower or grosser components with the finer, most omnipotent part of the unlimited consciousness and eternal bliss present in the living instrument of a living being. It can also move in the highest velocity as much as imagined by the worldly beings in the infinite space and can achieve the working impressions of the different worlds in the infinite space and can see the forecast, the birth and rebirth, and also the previous birth of an individual, that is individual and the world. It is the active forces, that is the Paranado of the inactive infinite consciousness. Number 5, next comes the final component of the living being visualized by Indians. It is the non-vibratory unified part of the infinite omnipotent omniscient divine consciousness, that is the eternal bliss, indifferent and inadulterated with its creations, is known as Sat Chit Anandam. It is the direct part, unaltered and undifferentiated consciousness of that one, the causal root of the visible and the invisible world in an individual living being. The root of will force is the vibratory action of this level, which is non-vibratory. Here is the impression of creation of an individual. In a descending order, it creates the physical body with all these components, which are the grosser and grosser form of the finer most existence of the omnipotent. The impression of creation in the infinite consciousness to a finite individual one is known as individual soul, that is Jivatma, without the vibration of will force. It is individual soul is always unified with the eternal soul, the root impression of the eternal world. In unified condition, it can create a new world by the vibration of eternal will force, which is unlimited, and in the individual limited vital planes, it creates the individual living body, which is known as the birth of a living body. This living body, which is the gross material ultimate of this invisible, indestructible individual soul, is formed by the four principal vibrations of will forces of this individual soul, which is consciousness. These vibrations evolve from a causal omnipotent vibration, that is Omkar, which generate without any particular or material impact. This Omkar vibration is the matter generator of all the 56 vibrations of creation, maintenance and destruction. This is the first cause. Next, of these 56 vibrations, four principal vibrations which are the root cause of creation is known as Puranada. Vibration without any impact. Number 2, Pashantinada, vibration of force evolving from infinite energy content without any impact. Madhyamanada, intermediate vibration produced by the nuclear binding forces. Number 4, Vaikharinada, perceivable vibration produced by the atomic impact in the visible world. These four vibrations create and transform the individual soul to root causal seed of a life current, which by the force of conglomeration is accentuated to a material living body. The intermediate vibrations of these four principal vibrations transform this individual soul, which is linked up with the infinite soul, into a previously said component parts of a living individual existence with the physical body engraved with exposed and dormant 10 chakras and their branching nerves and ganglions, which are 3,50,000 in number in an individual human body. These four principal vibrations are called in Indian Tantras, the school of applied side of yoga, as the four arms of causal force of creation of the universe, that is the four arms of Adda Shakti Mahakali. And the space on which this root causal force of creation evolves is known as the causal father, the Mahashiva. Before the state of creation of this universe, what was the condition of that existence? What should be called? There were no matter, light, that is no power, vibration or any second existence. It was the infinite one and all. Even the causal plane was submerged into this infinite space. If the amplitude of vibration of wave is infinitely extended, will there be any existence of vibration? Material existence, material science will answer no. It is beyond the causal state where all waves of creation is infinitely extended, having no perceptible vibration. This state is called the seed state, where all waves of creation is infinitely extended and distributed after the last ultimate function of the centrifugal force. But the omnipotent consciousness remain existed without any second one. The Hindu legends, in Hindu legends, this state is called the sleep of Narayana in the infinite bed, Kir Samudra. There is no time and relativity at this state. The infinite one, as it is conscious and engraved with seeds of all the waves of creation, it can have its all one will. I will split up in many, echoing as Ekohong Bhusham. That is the second existence, second consciousness. The will force of the consciousness one. When this will force or centripetal force exists or evolves, the one consciousness in which this will force evolves is known as He or Purusha, and the working centripetal force or will force is known as She or Prakriti. This Prakriti and Purusha with the first vibration or Omkarnada creates all the vibrations of the manifested universe in three groups. Number one, creating or creation, Brahma, Saptaguna. Number two, maintaining calm, Vishnu, Rajaguna. Number three, distracting, Maheshwara, Tamaguna. Resolved in total 56 vibrational waves in four categories, each containing 14 vibrational waves. These vibrational waves are called the seeds of mantras, that is, Shabda Brahma. These are represented in human living being, the sound of letters of a language in two groups. Number one, elementary Swar Varna and compound Vyanjan Varna. The correct pronunciation of these letters can create the frequency of vibration as similar to the frequency of vibration of the eternal creation, maintenance and destruction in an human being. This practice of production of this vibration correctly in one's living body and apply it to the environment is the worship of Shabda Brahma, which are taught to the Indian yogis in teachers' descendants, that is Guru Parampara. In the more finer sense, it can be seen that one conscious living body is composed of 5 phase stages of body structures. They are: number one, physical body made up of gross matters. Number two, vital body made up of liquid and gaseous particles. Number three, astral body made up of gaseous and energetic component. Number four, mental body made up of perception and imagination. Number five, causal or psychic body made up of vibrational force and energy. Number six, spiritual body made up of vibrational wave with luminosity. Number seven, the eternal body without any vibration. It is radioactive and self-luminous. The power of controlling and guiding all these components of an individual living being is known as yoga, whose English version may be something as control and correlate or coordinate. The people who are not in practice of yoga are totally ignorant of these body phases, that is, and their components in a conscious living being. In practice of yoga, all these truths revealed to the sight of an practitioner of yoga in step to step. Steps of practice of yoga are as follows. Yoga, number one, yoga in physical level. Yoga in physical levels, that is asana, jom, dom, niyama. Number two, vital level, that is control of body air and liquids, that is known as pranayama. Number three, psychic level, meditation and co-relate the receptor organs, that is 10 chakras of receiving the cosmic vibration. Number four, scientific level, capacity of producing desired vibration of sound by mantras and apply it to self, body and to the environment. Number five, assimilation level, that is Laya Yoga, capacity of practicing will force so that the yogi can split up his six body phase, that is physical, vital, astral, mental, causal and eternal at once, and again assimilate them in one living body at will. Number six, transformational level. In this stage, a yogi can transform all the body components to a luminous radioactive one and again can return to its physical state. In this state, the yogi can penetrate all the barriers of the universe. In each step of aforesaid levels, yogi should have the habits of detachments. Number two, observation. Number three, analysis. Number four, active working. Number five, remodeling. Number six, assimilation. As for example, if one likes to start its yoga kriya in physical level, he or she should first of all think that he is not the body but the consciousness, eternal, and he is being aloof from the physical body, observing the activities and responses of the physical body against the stimulants produced by the self in itself, that is himself, environment and cosmos. He should observe keenly whether the responses are creative, destructive or transformative. He should analyze the mechanism of descendants and action of stimulants and the responses created in the physical body, and also decide which response, that is creative, destructive or transformative, is best adaptable for the physical body or that living being. If he can achieve a mastery on these analysis or analyzing capacity, deciding and selecting processes, himself being separated from the physical body and its activities, he will be able to reform his physical body after being a master on other forms of body structures and their functions. In the same process, he can know and control the vital body, mental body, psychic body, spiritual body, and also the eternal body. The human physical body is the switchboard of all other finer components of the total human body system. A yogi should know at the very beginning of his working the position of every controlling center, which may be a neuron, cell, a muscle fiber, bone, nerve, and so on, of all the components of total human body situated in the different parts of the physical body system. If once a yogi becomes accustomed to nooks and corners of all the constituents and configuration of his physical body, then by the practice of specific asanas, that is specific body posture, pranayama, that is controlling and regulating the air and gaseous component of the physical body, and meditation, that is the process of producing a specific vibrational wave by deep specific thinking with or without any image, he can be able to depict his other bodies and assemble them again by his power of will force. By this process, he can be able to convert all the negative thoughts, that is destructive vibrations, to a positive or constructive one. He can also remodel his all kinds of receptive organs, that is indriyas, gross and finer. In the process of remodeling, a yogi should practice to correlate and vibrate all the bodies and body components in a specific vibrational wave or specific tuning. Then the power of this vibrational force will be unhindered by any kind of obstruction, and it will take the form as desired by the will force of the yogi. This is the hidden key of the hidden treasure of the universe available by the system of Indian yogic process. Broad details may be discussed in separate headings. Hari Om Tat Sat Om.